Now look, man, someone's gonna have to say it. Patchy mix is mid, alright? Now this video could age like milk, or I could end up being the coolest contrarian on the platform, man. Now I know Patchy got some cool finishes in the past and shit like that. Mostly submissions with a couple of KOs. That knee up the middle against Rafu and Stotts was brutal, man. But hey, another hot take here. Bautista's a fun fighter of his own right, you know what I mean? Like, dude, he has a knee up the middle KO as well. I know he got this reputation of being a crotch sniffer just because of that one Aldo fight, but nah, man. Hold on, man. But nah, he is actually fun to watch. He keeps most of the fight on the feet as well. You know, I kind of see this fight as a wish version of Umar Merab. Like, they're kind of similar. Umar is sort of like Patchy mix. Now, Patchy doesn't have the KO power, and he also isn't as slick on the feet. And Bautista's pressure isn't as much as Merab's as well. He probably doesn't have the strength. Yeah, they are slightly different, but you get the point. I think Bautista is going to be the one pushing Patchy back, and I don't think Patchy will be as good on the back foot as he is on the front foot. Most times, he is the one who's pushing his opponent back. Another thing to take into consideration is Patchy is coming off a robbery win against Magomedov, whatever. What kind of fucking names do these people have? You know, at Bellator about a year ago now. Over a year ago, in fact. Looking at the shit right now. And before that, he beat Sergio Perez in like 2023, you know, in the T-Rex times. So the inactivity could play a factor here. Interesting how both of them are coming off robberies. Bautista obviously coming off that Aldo robbery. Maybe we get to see another robbery here in this one. If it is, however, we just know that the UFC probably wants nothing to do with Bautista, so it's probably going to be Patchy with the robbery decision if there is one. But yeah, like after the fight, I think some places allow you to place some bets for the decision, so there could be some live money there after it goes all 3 rounds. But yeah, man, here's how I see the fight playing out. Both of them rush to the center, wanting to pressure the other guy back. Mario ends up getting the better of that for the most part, so Patchy will be the one behind the black line. Patchy tries countering shots on the back foot with those lanky Holloway or Sean Woodson type of shots. They'll be weak, there won't be much power in them. He's never really been known for his knockout power, and especially not on the back foot. Bautista will be jumping around, moving around, coming forward. There will be a lot of instances in this fight, man, where Patchy will try jumping on a guillotine, because that will be available a lot against a guy like Bautista, like a lot. And that's what I'm a little worried about this pick for, though. Now, I don't think there's a lot of KO potential here for Patchy, like I said. However, he could definitely pull a guillotine. But Mario Bautista, man, there's levels to this. Guillotine subs are extremely rare at this level. However, I do think because of those attempts that Patchy will throw up, he'll try to jump on it as well. We will be seeing Bautista on top for a big portion of this fight. We'll see the fight up against the cage a lot as well. Bautista getting the better of those situations, obviously. And on the feet and the striking department, I can kind of see it going toe-to-toe. It's an interesting fight, man. Good underdog pick here in Mario Bautista, who's the slight underdog at the moment with plus 145. I know Patchy mix isn't going to be similar to like the Chandlers and Asiguras, the Pitbulls and all of that, because those were kind of the old heads, retired, coming off of lost streaks, stuff like that, you know, making their debuts at the retirement age. But how often do we see them have decent performances outside the UFC, whether it's Bellator, 1FC, whatever, Ryzen, and then they make their way to the UFC, and then they just kind of get outclassed by some mid-level guy, you know, some guy barely in the rankings, sort of. I mean, it happens all the time, and that's what I can see happening here as well. I think it's going to be a long night for Patchy, man. He's going to be delivered his second loss in his career by Mario Bautista in first class. I think he's going to come off as frail and lanky against someone like Bautista. I think that's going to be the narrative after this fight. It's not a good matchup for him, man. Like, if the UFC wanted to promote this dude, then it was some bad matchmaking, man. There's some bad matchmaking. Now, if they wanted to prove a point that the UFC got all the good fighters and wanted to push Mario Bautista for some reason, then sure, GG, man. But yeah, I don't think Patchy was cheap for the UFC to buy. So yeah, I think that would be kind of stupid, and I don't think that's the realistic viewpoint of this whole thing. But yeah, man, that's about it for this one. I'm gonna have to go with Mario Bautista by 30-27 decision. I think he wins all rounds in this fight. All of Patchy's hype will die out. Mario Bautista will still get booed. People have that thing in their minds that he is a boring fighter, and I don't think this will be the most entertaining fight. I don't think their styles align perfectly for that, but it will definitely be a dominant performance. But yeah, that's about it for this one. And in the main event, y'all know I got Merab, but there's some good money on Sean, so if you're putting money on that fight, put it on Sean. Do not bet on Merab. But yeah, that's it for this one. Sub to the channel, man, and I'll see y'all in the next one.